Start seated. Sit up. Sit up. I know you're comfy. So you're going to cross your legs like this. Okay. And when you sit in Sukhasana, you try to flex your feet to create a box because then you start to get the subtle hip opening, right? And then you're going to scooch your butt back forward a little and you're going to lay down. So what I want to do is create a passive hip opener to begin. So lay all the way down on your backs. Yep. But your legs are in Sukhasana. So you want to create a strong flex of your feet. Would you come through the back door? Back entry. Oh boy. It's gonna be well, I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. So not normal. Not a normal holiday. And just breathe. You can have your palms facing open. For some reason this doesn't work for your knees, just dump it and just take regular Supta Baddha Konasana, which is soles of the feet together. Flex your feet really strong. So when you're in Sukhasana, guys, you want your feet a little bit more closer underneath your knees. There you go. Flex strong. Uh-huh. Close your eyes, breathe, connect. Breathe. Extra breaths. Soften the neck, soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Let go of what you don't need. And hopefully it will captivate what you do need this morning on your mat. As you lay down on your backs like this, switch the cross of the legs. So you got a dominant side most likely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then reflex your feet. Reflex your feet. Yeah. And you'll notice the tightness kind of creeps up. Feel your lower back spread across the mat. Yeah. The rise and fall of your inhale and exhale. A few more cycles of breath. Shoulders drop down the back. Yeah. Good. You're going to uncross your legs, take your feet hips width distance. Reach your arms all the way forward, lift the back of the shoulder blades and the neck up. But when you lift your neck up, I need you to look up towards the sky so this becomes not a neck crunch, but an abdominal, like a Pilates roll up. Good. Keep the lift of the shoulders just like this. The legs lift on an angle. Pick an angle that works for you. Good. Keep lifting the shoulder blades. Feel the lower back spread across the ground. Rebend the legs, get the feet flat to the floor. Lift your upper body up 3 inches higher. Exhale the breath, let it go. So just like that, they're amended ab work. Pull yourself up. So lift up. Lift your legs on an angle that works for you. Rebend your legs, lift yourself up even higher, deep within your core muscles. Exhale the breath, let it go. Good. So just like that, pull yourself up. Lift your legs on an angle that works for you. Rebend your legs, get your feet flat. I don't know why you didn't call me. Yeah. Lift higher. Exhale the breath, let it go. Good. Pull yourself up. Keep going. Yeah, I know. She just wanted to miss this part. Lift the legs on an angle that works for you. Rebend the legs, get the feet flat to the floor. Lift yourself up higher. Exhale the breath, let it go. Are you breathing? I hope so. Pull yourself. This is all we're going to do today. Pull yourself up. Lift your legs on an angle. Rebend the legs, get the feet flat. Lift higher, deep within your core. Exhale the breath, let it go. Good. Pull yourself up. Lift your legs on an angle, but hold. Heel tap to the floor. Both legs, straight legs. So the legs are up. All you do is lower them, bring them back up, rebend the legs, lift higher. Exhale the breath, let it go. You got it? Good. Pull yourself up. I won't be here Friday. Heather has to learn from me right now. Right. Lift your legs on an angle that works. We get inspiration, torture from each other. Heel tap, bring them back up. Rebend the legs. It's not that bad. Pull yourself up higher. Exhale the breath, let it go. All right, one more. Pull yourself up. It's a mindset. Lift your legs on an angle. Some of you are 9 steps ahead of me. Good. Lower your heels, legs stay straight, ideally. You got it, Apu. Lift your legs back up, rebend the legs, get your feet flush, lift higher. Exhale the breath, let it go. Hug your knees in towards your chest, give them a big squeeze. Rock and roll across the length of your spine several times. Cross your ankles at the top of the mat, doesn't matter which ankle. Plant your hands and step to plank. Hi, Liz. You just missed the fun. They were all oohing and eyeing. I know, you know what, a little rain here in New Jersey, people don't know what to do with themselves. Yeah. Plank position. Hands directly underneath the elbows, elbows directly underneath the shoulders. You got it, Sherry. Perfect. Your weight comes forward onto your tippy toes. The core draws into the back of the spine, and you want to look forward with your eyes. So the extension of your neck is part of your body, the last I checked. Yep. Sides of your triceps grip in. If you get here and you're like, this is just not working for me this morning, right? You can drop your knees down and support the pose by a modified push-up. Not a problem at all. The idea is not to blow yourself out of the water. It's about to find some sort of balance. Bring more weight forward onto your tippy toes. That's it. Feel the ground beneath you. Engage the navel to the back of the spine and hug everything into the center line. You got it. Hips go up and back, down dog. There's a lot of complaining going on. Yes. Roll forward, plank position. Plank position. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving. Feel the ground beneath you. A little bit more breath. A little bit more positivity. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Try not to kick anyone. Just lift from the inner thigh. Point your toes. Come forward. Hug your right knee towards your navel. Squeeze it in nice and tight. Re-extend the leg up and back, three-legged down dog. When you re-extend the leg, keep your hip points as neutral as possible. You got it. Point the toes, come forward, hug the right knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Re-extend the leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug the knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Keep your hip points like you're in a plank, guys. You're in plank position. Yep, with your right knee towards your navel. Just step back to plank with your right leg. Good. Drop your knees down at an angle. Bring your weight forward an inch. You're going to lower halfway to a supported push-up. Elbows by your side body. Let me see your push-up. Yeah. What do we got going on? Okay. We should go home. Re-straighten the arms. Hips go up and back, down dog. Oh boy. Where do we start? Let's hope everyone has blocks at the top of their mat. Okay, let's do this first. Straighten the left leg up towards the sky. Lift it up. Point the toes, come forward, hug your knee in towards your navel, give it a good little squeeze. Arms are straight up and down. Good. Re-extend the leg up and back, three-legged down dog. That's it. Come forward, hug the knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Re-extend the leg up and back, three-legged down dog. One more, come forward, hug the knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Now keep it in nice and tight and close. Arms are straight up and down. All you're going to do is step your left foot back plank. That's it. So your tailbone shouldn't have moved at all. Drop your knees down at an angle. Bring your weight forward an inch, halfway to a push-up. Re-straighten your arms. Lift your knees, plank position. Hips go up and back, down dog. Drop to your knees. Take your blocks this direction at the top of your mat for just a second. Yeah, you're going to have to figure out the distance between your shoulders. Everyone's different. It's not going to be super wide. It's going to be like this. The hands are going to go right behind the blocks. You're going to climb back into plank position, okay? You can do this with the knees down if this does not work for you. You're going to lower halfway to a push-up like this. The shoulder blades are resting. The shoulders are resting on the blocks. The neck is neutral. You can do this with the knees down. Re-straighten your arms. Hips go up and back, down dog. Let's try it together. Okay? You're in a down dog. Your fingertips are right behind the high blocks. Everybody together roll forward to plank. If you know you need to modify your knees down, you're not a wimp. You just do that, okay? Halfway to your push-up, let your shoulders drop onto the block. That's it. Elbows slide by your side body. Now, deep within your core muscles, straighten your arms. Plank position. I know. Hips go up and back, down dog. Spread your palms wide. One more time for shits and giggles. Roll forward. Here we go. Roll forward. Drop your knees if it's too much. Halfway to your push-up, your shoulders should drop down onto those blocks. That's a guide. Nice work. Straighten your arms, plank position. I have hope for us today. Hips go up and back, down dog. Feel the difference? She's like, I wish I went to school. Yeah. Good. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Yeah, you could just move the blocks to the top. When you arrive, feet hips width distance apart, it's fine. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Listen, if your hands are hanging like a wet noodle, press your hands to your shins. Look forward with your eyes. Exhale, fold into your legs. Do that again. Inhale, long spine. Create some space in your body, but more importantly, in your mind. Exhale, the breath, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Some of us get a little dizzy when you lift up. Some of us like that. That's why we come. Hands to prayer at heart. Drop your arms. Drop your arms and stand for a beat. Feel your body this morning. There is no judgment in this practice. Whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling. Okay? Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. That just means come to your fingertips or your hands to shins. Step to plank. 1, 2. Now envision that the blocks are there, halfway to your push-up. Pause. An inch higher, Christine, you'll be in good shape. There you go. Now peel yourself through an up dog or a baby cobra. If the back bend does not suit you today, you're going to press even through the hands and the tops of the feet. Hips go up and back, down dog. So it took a long time to be able to roll over the toes. So if a lot of people runners or, play tennis and that kind of stuff, it's hard to roll over to the tops of your feet. Sometimes you just have to pick each foot up to get to the up dog. Okay, let's look to the top of the mat. Step. Even if you're feeling spunky, you can hop, I guess, if you really want to. Long spine, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. It's always a good idea to bend your knees a lot. Long spine sets you up. Step to plank. Envision those blocks there. Take your time, halfway to your push-up. Up dog or cobra. So you roll over the tops of the feet or you pick one up at a time. Hips go up and back, down dog. Your breath is your guide. If you're not breathing, this is going to be a very sad experience. Okay, so arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. You don't have to hop. Long spine. Fold. You got it. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Feel the ground. Go straight up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Keep moving and breathing. That's all you need to do. Dive over, bend knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Step. If you float back, you're going to hop light into a low push-up. Up dog is smooth. Press even through the hands, the tops of the feet. Good. Just slide your hands back for baby cobra a little bit. There you go. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa of choice. You're going to step to plank, lower halfway to a push-up. Peel yourself through an up dog or a cobra if the up dog does not feel good in your low back. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Lift from your inner thigh. Point your right toes. Come forward, hug your right knee in towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Step the right foot forward and through into a low lunge. Scoot your right foot just a snag to the right. Drop your back knee down on an angle. So you're in a low lunge, your fingertips are down on the ground. When you drop your back knee, your thigh bone, your back left thigh bone is on an angle, guys. Make sure the knee isn't jamming into the back, into the mat. So slide it back more. Yes. Sweep your arms up into supported lunge. So you can play around with having the toes curled or the top of the foot flat to the ground. So sometimes I feel like I get more with the foot flat. Sometimes it's the opposite. Drop your arms alongside your body. Nope, just alongside your body. Interlace your hands. Inhale the breath, the eyes of the shoulders lift. Exhale the breath, your shoulder blades slide down your back and your hands drop down the back of that left thigh bone. So you're not doing anything funny with your neck. You're lifting from the upper chest. Good. You're driving your hip points forward, so you might not actually move so much. That's okay. Pull the torso up. Extend the arms to the sky. There you go. The left hand's going to tend to the inside of the right foot, and the right arm's going to peel back today. Not up, it's going to peel back. It's going to feel better in the shoulder. Now, if your left shoulder feels like it's all cranky this morning, a block underneath your left hand may be helpful for some of you, or tenth to your fingertips. So, Sherry, come up onto your fingertips, and that's going to help you get out of that shoulder blade. Yep. So rather than the arm going up, it's going back, a little different today. The palm, Lena, turn it towards Alexi. There you go. So now the shoulder's in its right place, and it's a happy situation, or happier. Stay with that. Breathe. Okay, so now the left palm's going to go flat. Listen carefully. The right arm's going to go up towards the sky. You're going to swing your left leg out a little bit towards the mirror, and you're going to open up into a modified side plank. Yeah, it's a little funky. Right knee is directly underneath the right hip. So you may need to do a little scooching around to make it work. Right palm down. You got it. You're in good shape. Your left hand, sorry. I don't know my left and my right today. Yeah. Stack it open. So you're on your left hand and you're in a modified side plank. Your right arm is up. Good. If you want to take a little bind here, you can. The right hand can reach towards the right ankle. The kick would go behind you for what we call a psoas, quadricep release. The left ribs turn towards the ceiling. Release the arm and the leg. You're in a modified side plank. Listen carefully. The right hand's going to come to the floor. The right leg's going to stay lifted in space. Curl the left toes into the mat if it's not already curled. Lift up to a three-legged down dog. So your right leg is up and you're in a three-legged down dog if something happened and you got confused. Point the toes, hug the right knee in and up, give it a squeeze, and step the right foot forward and through. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle, grip your right hip in, and together we rise, warrior one. Left toes turn enough forward that the left ribs can spin. Yeah, so turn your left toes more forward. There you go. Sherry, walk your right foot more to the right. Uh-huh. Keep going. And then your left ribs turn towards the mirror. There you go. Neck is neutral. Anchor that back foot. You guys look happy. Yeah. Happiness is a choice. Yes. You can choose to be happy in your yoga practice. It is possible. Hands to the earth, plank position. Sometimes we have to do cranky yoga though. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. Chaturanga push up. Up dog, pull it through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Let's hope for me that I remember all that. Let's breathe the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Point the toes. Come forward, hug your left knee in and up. Give it a good little squeeze. Step the left foot forward and through into a low lunge. Be on your fingertips. Drop your back knee down on an angle, guys. Make sure the knee is not jamming into the mat. It will not feel good. So more on an angle. So you're getting, this is your psoas walking, running muscle. You're getting a good stretch. Arms come up towards the sky. It just depends on the day. Some days I like the toes curled. Some days I like the top of the foot flat to the floor. You play with it. Keep the neck neutral. There you go. Drop your arms down alongside your body. Alongside your body. Your torso stays up. Your arms drop. Interlace your hands. If you could remember which grip you took, thumb, opposite baby finger. Jody Paul never gets this. She's like, I don't understand. Open the chest and slide your hands down the back of that right thigh. She's like, I don't know what you mean whenever I say that. Yeah. So you're not taking a neck back bend. So this is lifting from your upper shoulder blades and chest, which will mean for a lot of us, you don't feel so much movement. It's just like a little bit of openness. That's it. Pull the torso up, re-extend your arms to the sky. Everything we do has a start, a middle, and a finish. Uh-huh. Right hand to the instep of the left foot. Left arm peels back, guys. Not up, but back today, which would mean that the palm is open towards the mirrored wall. Sounded very Jersey when I said that. Yes. Breathe. Yeah, and what you can do, Brittany, come to your fingertips if you're not already on your fingertips, and that's going to help get you out of your right shoulder so the weight doesn't dump into it. Doing all right? Must have been your mom's birthday or something that you got roped into this. Someone's birthday. Yeah. Breathe. Okay, left arm drifts up to the sky. Right palm goes flat to the ground. Right palm goes flat to the ground. Your right leg from the knee towards the ankle wings out towards my voice. And then you step open into a modified side plank on your right hand. Now, a lot of times, what you'll need to do is scoot your right knee. You're good. Right underneath that hip so you can align yourself. The left leg lifts hip height. That's it. You grow open here. It's a bold pose. And then if you want to add in that little juicy bind, you kick behind you with your left hand and you grab onto your ankle, your foot, your toe, whatever you can get hold of. Reminding you that when you kick, the kick doesn't go up towards the sky, it goes behind you. So the right side of the body turns and that left side of the body gets a nice opening. Release the arm and the leg. Take the left hand to the floor, but keep the left leg lifted. Neutralize the hips, curl the right toes into the mat, lift up, three-legged down dog. Point your left toes, hug it in towards the navel as you come forward to plank. Give it a good little squeeze. And then step the left foot forward and through. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle. Let's rise together, warrior one. So guys, the back foot actually trumps the pose. So if the back foot's not aligned, it's not turned enough forward, it's going to be really hard to get your right hip forward. Hands to the earth, plank position. Decide what you need here. If the push-ups are too much, just simply take them out. No one's giving you a grade. The back bend of choice. Up dog is fine. Baby cobra, that's great. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Let's land light. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. Weight moves into your heels. Chair pose. Feet can be together or a little separated. Totally up to you. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. So from the top here, we're going to loop it together. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels for chair. You want to stick your butt back a little. Yeah. There's always going to be a natural curve in your spine. That's just how our bodies are made. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Float through your vinyasa. You can hop back, but you got to land in a low push-up. So for a lot of us, that's just out. Yep. Hands to the earth, plank position. Chaturanga push-up. The up dog. Get out of your head and just move. Left foot forward, back foot turns. Rise. First warrior. Bend into that front thigh. Yep. Hands to the earth, plank. Chaturanga push-up. So your warrior one looks like this. It's a pretty long stance and your front leg almost at a 90-degree angle. Your back thigh needs, yep, you got it. We'll try again in a sec. No worries. You're in a down dog. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top, land light. Long spine, fold. Chair pose. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. If you have no idea what's going on, that's fine. That's what I'm here for. Arms go straight up towards the sky. You got to hope I know what I'm doing. Chair pose. Sit way back. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Step or float through your vinyasa. You just step back to a plank. You lower halfway to your push-up. You put in a back bend of choice. You got it. Hips go up and back, down dog. The right foot lands, the back foot turns. So together we rise first warrior. That's known as warrior one. So it's a pretty big step. You got it. Hands to the earth, plank position. Your feet are about hips width distance. Yep. To the floor we go. Chaturanga, up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. The left foot lands, the back foot turns. Anchor, and then rise. Walk your right foot, Sherry, more to the right, and it's going to be easier. To the right, to the right. That right. Keep going. Hands to the earth, plank position. Chaturanga. No, no. Your feet are hips width distance in warrior one. So it looks like this. Warrior one is like that. You're not heel to heel. Yeah, because it's impossible to balance. You won't be able to balance if you're heeled. It's like walking on a tightrope. All right, we're going to do one more with excitement and joy. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine, fold. Chair pose. How are we doing? We're good. Do you like it? You don't like it. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Here we go. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels, chair. No one's grading you guys. Just do your best. Dive over, bend knees, forward fold. Long spine to set it up. Step or float through your vinyasa. When you get to down dog, step your right foot forward, turn your back foot sharp. Rise warrior one. Better. To the floor we go, chaturanga. The up dog is smooth. The hips go up and back, down dog. The left foot lands, the back foot turns. Together we rise, first warrior. Hands to the earth, plank position. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathing your down dog. What'd you say? For down dog? No, you're on your feet are flat in down dog eventually, but not everyone can get the feet flat. Sometimes the heels are lifted. All right, so we're going to step the right foot forward, turn the back foot sharp, rise warrior one. Yes, excellent day. Now you got it. So your body is proprioception. It starts to do things and then eventually it remembers. It may take a little bit, but eventually we get there, okay? No pressure. Drop your arms alongside your body, but keep your torso up. Clasp your hands, interlace them behind your back. Guys, do me a favor. Everybody walk the right foot over more to the right. More. It's going to feel a little funny. Inhale, lift the heart and chest. So you're in a wide stance for warrior one. Yes. Fold down the center. So it's humble warrior with a wider positioning. You got it. Humble warrior, hands stay clasped. You got it. Your right shoulder tucks to the inside of your right leg, but that may not work for a lot of us. Some of us just have to rest our stomach on our thigh. Take your left thigh bone and keep turning it forward. Keep gripping your right hip in. The clasped hands are dropping towards the floor. Although it may not feel like they're going anywhere, the position of the hands are dropping towards the base of the head. That's it. Okay, anchor through your legs, bring your torso up. Straighten your right leg on track. Mm-hmm. Turn your right toes towards the mirror. Open up keep your hands actually, but clasp behind your back if you can. Yeah. Inhale, open the heart and chest. Exhale, let's go down the center. Yeah. If having the hands bound doesn't feel good on your shoulders, just dump that and you can have your hands down on the floor. Yeah. If you don't know your neighbor, you may get to know their thumb right now. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to have the hands bound. It's just one option in the pose. There's always a soft bend behind your knees. Your hands can rest on the ground. They can rest on blocks. You can reach for the sides of your feet for your big toes. Your hips are lifting high though. Yeah, great. You're going to come halfway up, slide your hands to your hips, come the rest of the way up. Open up your arms wide, straight arms. Pick up your right foot from your right hip and turn only your right foot forward and your back toes in on a little tiny angle. Pick your distance for triangle now. So sometimes it's a shorter triangle, sometimes it's a longer, wider triangle. So the triangle that we take in this vinyasa class is with straight arms and straight legs. Now, your right hand is reaching somewhere across the front of your right shin or maybe to a block to the outside of your right calf. So the goal is to try and straighten out your front right leg. Yep, you got it. Have your hand on the block and take a little bit of a bigger step for some of you. Open up your back foot, Alexi. You're going to be in good shape. Lean your torso back. So you're grabbing somewhere across the front of your right shin. It's almost like you're moving the pant leggings up your leg. Keep your neck neutral. Look down, step up into Arda. So take the block with you. The block's going to move forward about 6 to 8, maybe even 10 inches off the edge of the right baby toe. So the block is underneath your right shoulder. Soften the right knee a little bit. We never want, when we say a locked leg, we never want a completely locked leg. Yep. Take your right ribs and turn them towards the mirrored wall. Open up your left arm wide and flex your left toes. So a lot of times the balance gets a little off because we try and do things too quickly or the right hip starts to give out on us. Keep the right foot forward. Add in whatever it is that you need here. Yep. Stay with it, guys. It's yoga. You're going to fall out of the pose 100 times. It's part of the deal. Regular half moon if you added anything in. Giant step back triangle pose. So you're just going to step right back triangle. My goal for you is to just pull up somewhere across the front of the right shin. Yeah, so you want your stance pretty long and wide. Yes. So it's almost like you're moving the pant leggings up your leg and your hand could be anywhere. So if the hamstring is just a little tighter, we go up higher. 2 more breaths. You're doing awesome. Eyes to the floor, circle the hands down. Together we hit plank. When you hit plank, we lower halfway to a push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step the left foot forward towards the left wrist. Before you come up, walk your foot a little bit more to the left this morning. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. So when you come up to this warrior one, it's a little bit of a wider positioning of your feet this morning, which is going to give you more room in the humble. Drop your arms alongside your body while keeping the torso up. Pick a grip, thumbs and baby fingers crossed. Eyes of the shoulders lift. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, come down the center. So depending on the health of the hip and what's going on, sometimes it's just stomach resting on thigh. It's fine. So, sometimes you're able to snuggle with yourself and your shoulder slides to the inside of the left leg. That hasn't happened since like 1999 for me. Yeah, so it's okay. So we just keep working towards it. The right rib spin. You're doing great. And then you breathe. So you get to the posture, we hold and breathe. Grip your left hip in. Yep. Anchor strong through your legs, guys. You're doing awesome. Lift the torso, keep the bound hands for a beat. Good work. Straighten the left leg on track. Pick up your left toes and pivot it towards the feel good, do good side. Make sure your stance is wide enough, long enough. The toes are slightly pitched in. Inhale the breath, lift the heart. Exhale, come down the center. So this is a wide leg straddle, also known as Dandayamana, Vikatapada, Paschimottanasana. Yes. That was an $8,000 word. Yes. Hands to the earth if it's too much. Right. So if you're in this and you're like, my shoulder does not feel good, I don't like it, you just take your hands out and you take a regular forward fold. This is creating an inversion in your body. That's fine. I'm a yoga teacher. That's why. Quiet your mind and utilize your breath. Halfway up, slide your hands to your hips. Take your time. The rest of the way up. Keep the legs straight, just open up your arms. Pick up your left foot from your left hip and turn it completely forward. Turn your back toes in a little angle. So before you go, guys, your legs are straight. Your side ribs are long. You're going to reach way out and slide your hand to the front of your shin. If you're going to use a block, it's going to go to the outside of that left calf. Yes. So I like grabbing the front of the shin, guys, like taking my whole hand and feeling like we're pulling up on the pant leggings or on the shin, moving that energy. With that, your shoulders are going to slide down your back. Good. Your torso, we have to lean it back just a tiny bit. The crown of the head lines up with your front left foot. Your breath is controlling the pose, so it's not, you're not totally laboring. Keep the shape. Right hand can slide to your hip. That helps things out a lot. Bring the block forward enough that you can step up seamlessly into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Not always a seamless transition, but the idea is to try and set it up. You got it. The right foot flexes. There are plenty of days that the hand stays on the hip. The balance isn't there. You're just a little off. It is fine. Stack it open the best that you can. Add in what you need. So if you bound it up on the other side, we want to try and be consistent here. Release into regular Ardha. Giant step back into triangle. Soft step back. Sometimes it's 2 steps to get you there. Triangle pose, triangle pose. Pull up anywhere across the front of that shin. 2 more breaths. Top arm's going to pull you up. Hands slide to your hips. Turn the left toes forward. From your right hip, turn your right foot to the back of the house. Good. Bigger step is going to be needed. Back toes turn in on an angle. Sit into warrior 2. Warrior 2. Back of house. Yeah. Right foot is completely forward. Back toes turn. So this one, we want heel to arch alignment. Good. And you want to sit so deep and low that your right thigh can roll open and your torso spreads. Good. So what happens in this posture is the entire left side of the body wants to wrap forward. It's normal. Breathe evenly in your body. It's just a temporary situation. So soften the shoulders down the back. Roll your inner right thigh towards your right baby toe. That's external rotation, and that's what we're looking for. You're doing great. The right elbow is going to come to the inside of your right thigh. So what's going to happen here is you're actually going to use your right elbow. The palm will stay up. So this is going to create that rotation open. The left arm's going to go straight up, or it can go up and over your ear today. Yes. Perfect. If it's too much, your arm could rest on your thigh. Keep your right arm bent in a 90-degree angle. It's going to help kind of tuck that elbow in there. Good. If you want to take your left arm and wrap it behind your back for a half bind, or slide your hand to your hip or halfway around, that is fine. The goal here is that you're in a B variation of extended side angle, but your right elbow is helping your right hip stay open. And then where is the breath? If you're holding your breath, you're going to be very cranky. So take your right ribs, turn them, add in a little more breath, grip your right hip in. Warrior two, come on up. Warrior two, come on up. You got it. Hands to your hips, straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes towards the front, towards the side wall. Pick up your left hip, left foot, and turn from your left hip forward. Open up your arms, warrior two, facing front of house. You have to make sure your stance is wide enough and long enough. Your left knee tracks over left ankle. Your left inner thigh rolls open. And then if you can close your eyes, it's going to maybe help you out if that's, in the cards for you today. Moving quickly in a yoga practice is easy. Being still in the yoga practice is what we need to all work at constantly. It's easy to move quick. We move quick all day. Reconnect with your breath. The feeling is temporary. So whatever you're feeling, it's going to go away pretty quickly. I promise. I'm holding on to the crystal, and the crystal's telling us that it's going to go away quick. 5 more breaths. Reinvent your breath. Yep. Stay on your legs. Left elbow is going to press to the inside of the left thigh. What I want you to do is actually kind of get your elbow in there. Palm's going to stay open, and then the right arm can reach straight up or up and over your ear. So you want to get in there. What? You can't balance? Well, because you need to use your legs and the rest of your body. So when you're getting in there, really, truthfully, the arm isn't doing anything. The rest of the body is doing all the work. Like I should be able to move my arm, and my arm is kind of just an accessory. Yes, I should be able to hold the pose. Top arm can wrap behind your back if you want a little something, something. Yep. There's a steering of your left ribs and a gripping in of of your hip. A few more breaths. You're doing awesome. The neck is neutral, which means it's lining up with that front foot and you're leaning your torso back. Warrior two. A lot of suffering. Warrior two. Yeah. Wow. Warrior two. Circle it to the floor. Let's hit a vinyasa. Halfway to a push up. Pull yourself through an up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Let's keep the party going, okay? Right foot forward, crescent lunge. Here we go. We're in the meat of the practice now, so stick with it. Crescent lunge, come on up. Drag your hands to prayer, lean way out. Let's hook the elbow and twist. Now, in this pose, a couple other options. If your legs don't feel like they could support it, you're going to be high on the ball of that back foot. So the heel of your left heel is pointing towards the sky. You're on the ball of your back left foot. Right. If it's too much, you drop your knee and you modify. There's a lean back with your torso. So in this pose, the crown of the head lines up with that back left heel. That's it. The back left quadricep engages from the quadricep, the glute. The Moody Blues. Hands to the earth. Step to the top of the mat, feet together. Yeah, you have to kind of crawl your right foot in. Long spine on the in. Exhale, the breath folds. Chair pose, heavy in your legs. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. We're going to hook and twist the same direction. We're going to go the same direction. Yep, come towards me. So this is what we're looking for. The feet, the shins, and the knees are all lining up. So what we don't want is our left knee coming forward. Yeah, so from your left hip, drag your left hip back. So I always say less is more in this practice. Keep that seat nice and low. Chair pose, pull it around. Stay on your legs, guys. Chair pose. Keep your arms going up. You're going to press to stand and lift your right leg up. It's going to look like this. So a little different today. You're going to sweep your right leg back. It's going to look like this. Your arms are going to reach back. Now, if you're very tight in your hamstring, your quadricep, it may be hard to get hold of your foot. So if that's the case, it will just look like this, very active and creating the shape. If you can get hold of your foot, it's kind of like a golf grip. You can stack the hands up, tennis grip, and start to kick. So this is not dancer pose, it's bound warrior three, which means that you're focusing on the whole body staying symmetrical towards the ground. Fire up that right thigh. So flex your foot if possible. You're good. Just do it with one hand then. Yep, one hand holding the foot, the other arm very active and reaching back. Stay low, warrior three. Just extend the leg back and the arms alongside your body. Giant step back, crescent lunge. If it didn't work out, place your hands down and reset your feet. Crescent lunge, welcome to the left side. Yes, we're battling it out here. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale your breath, lean way out, hook the elbow, and twist. So you need a pretty long stance here, like a very long stance. You want to be high on the ball of your back foot. So your back right heel is super lifted, and then you want to hook in and twist. Now, if you get here and your legs are just toast, you drop your knee and you modify. Good choice. Point your left elbow towards the sky. Hands to the earth. Step to the top of the mat. Feet together or a little separated, up to you. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, weight in your heels. Weight in your heels. Drag your hands to prayer. Same deal. Inhale your breath. Hook and twist towards the mirror. Watch that your right knee doesn't slide past your left. So when you're in your chair twist, it's like creating a box for yourself. This was our playlist. Nobody else here cares. They're like, who are these people? A bunch of old hippies. Weight in the heels. Breathe. Our kids must think we're so weird. The music that we listen to, yeah. Chair pose pulled around. Keep the arms moving up, guys. Don't drop the arms. Press to stand. Drag your left leg up. So make a 90-degree angle and then sweep the left leg back. So the knees are like a door hinge. They're together. Reach back and then see what you can get hold of. Maybe one, maybe both hands can wrap around. This could be the pose. You could just stay upright, but start to hinge forward if you can a little bit. If you could flex your foot, that's going to give you more action across the front of that thigh. There's a squeezing of the shoulder blades. So same deal, Pooh. Just keep the one hand around and the other arm reaching back actively. Warrior three, stay low with your body. Warrior three, stay low with your body. Listen carefully, different transition. Step back to about a 3-foot stance. So like a short warrior one. Uh-huh. And the legs will be straight as you come up, just like this. Yep. Everybody walk their right foot a little to the right. Right hand on hip, left arm goes big. We're working into twisting triangle. Reach way out, set it up here. Some days it's nice to just have your hand on the front of your shin, but a block is super helpful. Yep. Right hand to the flat part of your back. If you could peel it open, that's great. So definitely go here. Yep. And then you want your left arm straight. So your arm is straight, your left arm is straight, and your right arm is behind you, up towards the sky. You got it. This arm is straight. Straighten it. There you go. Right arm does not need to be up. It can be on your flat part of your lower back if it's too much. You're doing great. Look sideways, look up, twist. Anchor your feet, scissor your inner thighs. You got it. Right hand down, pause, step to the top of the mat, feet hip width distance apart. Feet hips width distance apart. Hook onto your big toes with a peace sign grip. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale the breath, fold into yourself. You can open your elbows. If you can't reach your feet, you just grab onto the fronts of your legs, the backs of your calves. When you forward fold like this, you want to bend your knees, lift your hips up. Hands to your hips, come halfway up, come the rest of the way up. Stand for a sec. Feet hips width distance. Step your right foot back about 3 feet, okay? Walk the left foot a little bit to the left. Left hand on hip, right arm reaches big. The right arm is strong and straight for the entire pose. Reach way out like we're shaking hands and then set it up. I like a block underneath the right hand. It could be low, medium, or high. Yes, awesome. The left hand can stay on the flat part of your back or you can peel it open. It's totally up to you. It just depends on how it feels in your body. This is when it pays off to pay attention to what's happening in your body. See what you feel. Two more. Hands to the earth, step to a down dog. Down dog. Roll forward to plank. Halfway to a push up. Pull yourself to an up dog or cobra, depending on what's happening. Hips go up and back, down dog. Your right knee will swing forward for a half pigeon. Half pigeon pose. Yeah. Half pigeon pose. For some reason, this doesn't work for you. Let me know. We have all sorts of gadgets we bring to class now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it. That's awesome. Good job. Sherry, is this okay for your knee? Yeah. Okay, good. It's not a pose that you want to really, you want to feel, and the longer you hold it, you feel more, but it's not a pose you want to feel pain. I mean, none of these poses we should feel pain. If your mind's starting to race and you're thinking about your to-do list, just stay here. It's only a few more minutes of this stuff. Enjoy it. Switch left side from your dog. If you're seated, just switch your legs. Left leg forward, half pigeon. I like doing it from down dog. That feels the best for me, but no judgment. Yeah, sure. I take your feet a little wider apart. Yeah, yeah, it looks good. Just drop your head. That's it. Yep. Let your shoulders move away from your ears. There you go. You got it. Stay with it. A few more breaths. Come up nice and slow. Lean on your left side. Swing both legs forward. Drag your blocks with you if you know you need them for your back bends. We're going to take two. So we're going to lay down on our backs. Feet are going to be hips width distance apart. Lay down. Mm-hmm. Feet hips width distance. Fingertips skim the backs of your heels, or if you're going to slide your feet on blocks today, that's a great way to take a little bit more of an amped up version. Yep, fingertips will skim the back of blocks. Lift your tailbone up and slide your arms underneath your low back. So you're just clasping your hands or having your hands flat on the ground if that doesn't feel good. If you're looking for a little bit more of a restorative pose, you can place a block underneath your low back, but we can do that in take two. That's good. So the goal is to create space from the tailbone to the back of the knees. The next is neutral. And your inner and outer thighs kind of wrap down and under. Exhale the breath lower unless you're on a block underneath your low back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. You're going to repeat second set exactly the same, or flip your palms if you know you've got the shoulder health for this. Chin to chest. Giant breath in. This is called full wheel. Inhale. On the exhale breath, you lift straight up. Anchor your feet. Don't have to do it. You could just repeat. Second set, bridge, supported bridge. Nice work. Good job. Exhale the breath, lower down. Remove any objects out from underneath. Hug your knees to your chest. Give them a big squeeze in. And then reach for the outer blades of your feet. Full wheel for me was 1999 too. Yeah. Yeah. The summer of 1999 was the last time that I saw some of these poses. Thank you for doing them. So I remember what they look like. Yes. Lengthen your tailbone. The longer you do yoga, the less you feel like you need to do the really big poses. You're like, the big pose is being here. Yeah. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Drop your knees over to the right, upper body a little to the left, and just take a basic supine twist. If there's a favorite way to do this, you're welcome to take it. Wrap the thighs. Try and get your knees up with your hips, the same line. Your knees and your hips are in the same line of energy. You got it. Roll the center. Kind of have to move your hips a little out of the way and then drop your knees the opposite direction. If you went the wrong way, don't sweat it. Just go the opposite way. Come up to center. Hug knees evenly towards your chest. Give them a really big squeeze. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale breath, you're going to set up for Shavasana, which is the master pose, the hardest one we know how to do, the hardest one we know how to teach. Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Put something over your eyes. Big breath in. Large exhale breath out. Bring your arms up over the top of the head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Hug your knees to your chest. Give them a big squeeze. If you prefer to stay down for Shavasana, that's fine. Use the strength of your body and rock yourself up any which way that works for you, but sit up, kind of how we started, cross leg. Hands on the tops of the thighs, maybe hands come to prayer, whatever you're feeling here. Just feel for a moment before you run out there and you hit the day hard. Just feel the effects of the practice. Remind yourself that gratitude is an attitude. We don't need a special day to remind us that. Every day. Lift your hands to prayer, up at your third eye. Namaste. Go out there, have an awesome day. Have a great holiday, guys. Eat a lot, then come take Heather's class and let me know what happens. Yes. And I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Yep. If you're here at